Sometimes people on Twitter, I mean, they have to know after like 10 years of following me, they have to know everything I say is largely for humor purposes. Like I just put out a tweet that said, I can't wait to connect with new people on LinkedIn today.
Oh,
like it's a cesspool. Like,
hey.
can you imagine going to dinner with the people in your LinkedIn inbox? Can you imagine that?
Man,
how drunk would you have to be?
Could you imagine? I don't know. That's why that's why I put a tie on today. I was going to do a live LinkedIn something.
Yeah.
For golf betting.
Yeah. A lot of solutions out there on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Here we go. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, by the way. Yeah, we were going to do the show at 2. We're doing it at 3. For the people who follow me on horse Twitter, the Warheaded scratched at a Turfway race 1, horse 8, because of the state vet. I'm just going to mind my words about what I think about that. I'll leave it there.
I mean, pull up a couch. I'm here to listen.
There's an overwhelming fear in the racing industry in Kentucky, and there's been, which rightfully so, with these horses and them getting injured, but there is a tremendous amount of power now in the hands of state vets that have complete control over the pre-race activities of these horses. The horse we sent up is sound, meaning he's healthy. Eddie, our trainer, Keneally, would never send a horse in that was not ready to race. Far from it, the furthest from it.
Sure.
And so it just has, you have expectations to put a horse in a race. You have a lot of people not depending on that, but excited about that. It's cost a lot of money to get him there. It's a lot of energy and activity to do it. And then when he's scratched, I mean, we're all going to go up, blah, 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 get things planned. And the state vet says no. So it is what it is. The health of the horse is paramount, but whatever. Whatever, Keith. It's a conspiracy. They knew he was going to win. That's why.
I mean, we don't have enough time for all the conspiracies right now.
No.
No. I mean, we could talk live hot stove all day, but that conversation would only last about 30 minutes.
But I appreciate all the Twitter sleuths out there and media personalities saying that Finau was going to leave, and he's not leaving. Like, literally, I'm not leaving. So,
I mean, you realize that, like, if Mrs. Stewart had to come out and like say that I'm not leaving to go to LIV, like that means that we weren't even close.
That means we're not leaving. I'll tell you that right now.
It means we're not even close. Like for Mrs. Finau, I mean, what's he got like now? Like 9 kids? Like she's got enough free time to like throw down a video and be like, we're not going anywhere. Ha ha ha. While like Tony's walking around the pool. Come on.
I mean, he's got a ton of dough. I know there's that lawsuit thing, but he still has a ton of dough. And I don't really see the LIV Tour pinching many more people at this point. I mean, I think the brand is plateau/declined.
Yeah. I mean,
IMO.
Yeah. Over the years, I've always thought about this as far as a bit goes,
Yeah.
Off the top of your head.
Sure.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Career money, Tony Finau, what do you got? Career money just earned on the PGA Tour for his meritocracy, his bid towards meritocracy. What do you got?
36,120. 36,120,000.
Not bad. Not bad. I think you forgot that, things have been elevated since LIV came along. It's 43. 43.
I was going to say 42.
Yeah. But it should be a weekly bit that we guess on these things, because you get into some of these guys that we talk about in the 6K range, and they have 9 million in the bank, and you think to yourself, man, life is pretty good.
You look at some of the names up there that won twice on tour. I think Russell Henley or someone like that. Or Charles Howell III was insane money. Insane.
Yeah, well,
just the volume of money that you can collect by being good to above average on tour.
All right, go for Henley. One last one, and then we'll get into this.
I think Russell Henley is 56,180.
Oh man, that's beefy. 31,993.
Okay, I was wrong. Sorry, Russ. Sorry,
30,
Russ.
31,993.
Um,
But I mean, think about it. He's won only a couple times on tour. He really only shows up 3 times a year, like Wailea and a couple
no,
other.
I don't. Sorry, you said Russell Henley.
Yeah.
I meant Charles Howell. That's who
Charles
I meant.
Howell. Okay, so
I
Russell
said,
Henley's 31
yeah, I was thinking. I conflate the two. It's 56 for Charles Howell III.
So I'm gonna have to look somewhere else for Charles Howell because they've scrubbed him, I'm sure. So that'll take.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They've scrubbed him. Yeah, but there's ways around that.
Okay, so let's talk about this week and the hero.
Go for it.
Let me see if I can get this hero right.
42 million for Howell.
That was it. It's just like Finau.
He's made that much on LIV probably in 3 years.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hit
me on the hero.
So the hero, I said in Discord, it's a very difficult tournament to play a number of, to really enjoy DFS or betting with a 20-man field in what feels like a little bit of an exhibition. I know it's charity driven. I know all the good things about it.
Yeah.
But no cut events are tough enough. 20-man field, man. It's tough. Ooh. Why?
Well, expectations are we want longer odds players to bet. We're not getting. And you don't want as many redundancies in DFS, which you're going to get. So you have to really kind of check your expectations at the door and take it for what it is, and then try to get the most value you can. I mean, that's our job, right? Is to take this thing seriously and then to dig in and try to drive as much value as we can. And the contests aren't going to be great. The odds aren't going to be great. Just know that going in. Don't complain about it. Move on. Right?
Oh, did you scold me there?
No, I'm saying in general. I'm talking. Okay. I'm talking with you, but I'm talking out PSA to everybody. I mean, I'm on Discord there. We're talking about it, and it's frustrating. But, it's 1 week a year. So
listen, it's December. You have to warm up your golf complaining chops because we have a year of golf complaining coming up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no off season anymore. I tell you, between everything that's going on right now, it's unbelievable,
What?
Oh, what do you think of Tiger's presser yesterday?
Didn't see it, but I feel like just from the quotes that it remains super competitive, but I just don't think the body will ever catch up again.
All right, so let's play a quick game, right? Okay,
that's the answer to your question.
Important topics to cover with Tiger. What are we going to ask him a question about?
I'd ask him about TGL. I'd ask him about
TGL was not covered. So X.
I'd ask him about where the standing is between LIV and the PGA Tour.
Oh, check and no report.
The question was asked and there's no report?
Correct. Yeah. It was asked about 6 different ways, and the most we could get out of it is that we're working together. Well, how do you feel like the work's going? I think it's going well, but we're concerned about the DOJ. Why are you concerned about the DOJ? Well, we're not quite sure what's going to happen. Well, in your estimation, will a deal get done? I think so. Could you put a time frame on that? No.
Yeah.
I mean, this was like the all-time biggest joke of a press conference for 35 minutes that I've ever witnessed. How's your health? It's not good, but it might be good. I don't know. When you coming back? Not really sure. How come you're not playing this week? I don't feel sharp enough. Okay.
Did he go to law school or something over the last year?
Man. It's just like, and then, there was 3 things they were going to ask him about. He has to know this coming in, like he doesn't have preppers. He doesn't have a PR staff, right? His health, the PIF, and then, the future state of the game. All 3 we failed. All 3. Nothing.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
You think it was the people asking the questions?
No. I mean, there's no other way to ask the question. Even when he gives the slightest opening, then they go in for as much more as they can, and there's just nothing. You get nothing.
It's got to be 5 years of this that I can't have another year talking about LIV PGA.
It doesn't even matter.
It's 5 years. It doesn't work. It's not going to work. Let it die. Let it just do its thing.
I mean, honestly, I'll break it down for you in about 3 sentences. Okay.
Go ahead.
The most popular golfer in the world just proved how you do it. He was getting 5 million people a day on one platform to watch him hit maybe 7 shots over some stupid fucking house.
Yeah.
On a 100-yard shot.
Yes.
Right? Okay?
Yes.
100. So the classic thing about all of that is why did that resonate with people? Because he made a connection to the audience. And why? Because he let people behind the curtain, right? He showed some form of weakness, and then he opened up to the masses. And that's what has made Bryson so fun over the last year and a half. And as a result, he's more comfortable playing golf. He's obviously very good at it, right? So he's playing better and everyone loves him for it. He had 190 million TikTok and Instagram views.
Yeah.
Over 16 days. Right? LIV Golf wouldn't have 190 million views of anything. Naked Paulina. It wouldn't, you could put Paulina up naked. It's not going to get 190 million views from golf. It's not going to happen.
Well,
I know it's hyperbole.
But I know. Okay. So here's the reason why it works is because this is why people watch the NHL and less so the AHL. This is why people watch the NFL and not the XFL. This is why people watch the NBA and not the developmental league, more so.
Yeah.
This is why people watch the majors. They want to watch golfers do things that they can't do. Supernatural talents. That's why Olympics play every 4 years. That's why the 100 meters is something people watch. I want to see feats of strength and skill sets that are beyond anything I'm capable of. And Bryson DeChambeau hitting a ball over a glass house. Does anyone not recognize that part?
I mean, everyone does.
You're not going to send one of them right through your living room?
No, that's the point. Everybody recognizes the whole glass house except him. He would never hit one in there.
Never.
And that's your point. He's that good, but everybody would.
Right. So what is it the golfing world wants? They want the best players doing things we can't do in authentic competition that means something, that at the end it proves someone won it. That's what it does.
Yeah.
That's what sports are.
Yep. Yeah.
You fucking donkeys. Yeah, it's good for Bryson. He does some interesting stuff.
All right. 14 minutes in, we need to get to this hero.
All right.
Go for it.
How's your day going?
Good. First question on the board. Keith, if you had to put 4 golfers in every single lineup, who would they be?
Okay. Let's start with Scotty Scheffler and just go from there.
Scotty, his newborn baby. That's the second person. No. I mean, think about this. Think about the field, right? How much this field has gotten weaker over the years, right? So not only can we not bet it, but now with Scotty in it and nobody else that's good, great like him, there's no Xander, there's no Rory, there's no I mean, the whole point of this conversation is who can compete with Scotty.
There's no
right. Rom. You could say anybody, right? There's no Bryson.
He competes against 19 people at a tournament he's finished second, and first in.
Yeah, I can't believe he's
11-9 on DraftKings. He should be 21-9.
I can't believe that his odds are positive.
It's insane.
I can't believe his odds are positive.
If anyone is overthinking Scotty Scheffler in a 19 other guy field.
We're the next best guy. Okay, who do you think is if everyone else was playing their very best, right, in the field, who do you think is the next best player in the field?
Aubert. Right now, Son's injury.
No, but
that means without in French.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Cultured. I'm just cultured.
I'm not cultured. What are we doing? You got ladders. You got ladders.
Got a hockey stick, some hats.
Yeah.
New
All right. So
DraftKings hat.
the kid is supremely talented. How about somebody like, I don't know, Patrick Cantley, who's been top 10 in the world? I know he's not right now, but he's been top 10 in the world for a really long time. You know, like
Justin Thomas is hitting it further. Do you see that? Do you see his TrackMan stats?
Oh, yeah.
I like Justin Thomas this week. But
all right, 4 people.
Who's the second best golfer?
Patrick Cantley in that field.
Okay.
Come on.
4 people you automatically play.
There's 2 of them right there.
Okay.
Next one, I would play Sam Burns.
Okay.
And well, if I just had to pick 4 people, then I would take the 4th one. I would take JT.
Yeah, I think JT's going to have a better season this year.
He had a better season last year. He had a good season.
Yep.
Not great.
Finished up well.
Yeah. I mean, he made the playoffs. That's a good start.
Yep.
You know, but he did make the President's Cup team. JT, JT suits this place. And this is something that we have to talk about for the folks.
Of course.
Right. Length obviously makes a difference. Look at the winners. Rahm, Bubba. First edition there, Bubba, right?
Hey, Keith, this is the course segment that we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
go ahead.
There's no foreshadowing in this. This is we're building the plane as we're flying it. All right. So the everyone's talking about, you got to have some length. You got to be able to drive it off the tee. There's 45 acres of fairway. So yes, keep it in the green, much like you do in Mexico and some of these other places that have wide fairways, and you got to stay out of the sand dunes and you'll be fine. Golf course is 7,400 yards long. So if you had some ball speed, it is shown to favor the people at the top of the betting board or at the top of the leaderboard at the end of the week. There's definitely a correlation between driving distance or strokes gained off the tee and the people that are being successful there. But the biggest correlation between the top 10 performers and the top 10 on the leaderboard is actually strokes gained around the green.
Why is Hovland won twice then?
Long iron play off the tee, and he worked his way around strokes gained around the tee. Green. Sorry. Strokes gained around the green.
Yeah, you don't need strokes gained around the green if you hit it to 4 feet.
Well, again, it's helpful on the 2 short par 4s. It's helpful on the 5 par 5s. Unique scorecard this week, 5 par 3s, 5 par 5s. Not every par 5 green you're going to hit into. When it's grainy Bermuda like this, Hovland tends to putt a lot because if you get into the green, putting is an option. So I think that that's also a help for him. Hovland's first win was on this kind of grady. What was Paspalum and then Bermuda around the greens, right? But like it's a similar sort of setting. Seems like something he was good with, but it's also, a lot of long iron play. 64% of his approach shots are coming in from 175 yards or more. 4 par 4s over 470 and 5 par 5s we already talked about. So those are all 225 to 200 plus.
5 par 5s. Who's number 1 last year on the par 5 scoring?
Let's see. In the field.
Don't look at stats just off the top of your head.
For the year, for par 5 scoring, I'm going to go Scotty.
Yeah, that's correct. Scotty, Matt Wallace, Patrick Cantley. There you go.
Yep. That's why I like Cantley this week. Also because I think he's Tiger's boardroom guy. Like Cantley hasn't been there in a while. Why is he there all of a sudden? Like he is the last guy I would think that would show up.
And why is Rory not there? Right.
Well, Rory hasn't been there in a couple of years. He seems to take this time off and then start over in the desert in early January, where a lot of these guys don't start till February, after Century or whatever. But I don't know. Rory hasn't been there in a while, but I don't see why Cantley goes, other than the fact that he and Tiger are in cahoots in the boardroom.
Big time.
And Cantley doesn't show up to things and not try to win. Like I could see Jordan and Justin showing up and go fishing all day, like when they're not playing golf. I think the Iceman is exactly what we think he is. He's the grinder. He's gonna grind this thing. I do like him this week.
Aubert started off well last week, and I thought, "Fuck, this knee narrative is gonna blow up in my face." But then he fizzled out through the weekend.
And it did look sharp over the weekend.
He did.
He did not look sharp over the weekend. Did not. There's 2 guys that I saw there
Go ahead.
He does. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he only started hitting full swing shots like November 1st. And then 2.5 weeks later, he's playing in a 72-hole tournament against, some very, very good golfers. So I have concerns about him and Harman because Harman didn't look very sharp either. And Harman did not care whatsoever.
Yep.
Like in the media center, he was just like super direct about the whole thing. Just like, yeah, the PGA Tour gave us an off season. I used the off season. I went hunting. I'm doing the things I want to do.
You know, two guys that I think always care are and Aaron Rye, and I think they're really good priced.
Rye for sure.
What's
like 78?
Which is cheap.
Oh yeah. Well, they have to spread it out because I'd take over Kim in a heartbeat.
Oh, Tom Kim. Someone said, who's your first fade? Tom Kim is first. Sam Burns doesn't have a great record here, surprisingly.
They came in third, 21.
Okay. You're not supposed to counter me on things I give facts on. You just say, yes, I agree with that. We'll do that in the future. That's the future show.
All right. Let me
anything I say, just agree with. And
let me put that up on the cue card.
Okay.
It's right next to the rules for snake draft, right over here.
Okay. Yes, agree with everything I say. And if you don't know, just make it up.
Yeah.
No, I like Aaron Rye. I don't know his projected ownership right now, but that struck me under 7. Nick Dunlap too. Good par 5 score. Played well. Played better.
Yeah.
Last season, he was kind of an easy track player. But then clean that up, and he's almost stone min pricing. I like Nick Dunlap a lot.
With the weather this week, maybe.
What is the weather?
So it's low 70s, very nice, and very, very little wind, like mid-single digits on Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, maybe 15 miles an hour. So this is an easy course for Nick Dunlap. I think he's a good value down there.
And Strzok is in the field now. Great ball striker, great off the tee. And
he was second here last year.
Yes, he was. And he replaces
Tony Finau.
Finau, who's going to LIV. You heard it here first from Keith.
Yeah. Right after he has the divorce from his wife who said he's not going to LIV. Right.
That's one guy who's never getting a divorce.
Exactly. Right. I mean, there's no think about the simplicity of it all. By him saying to his wife, go make a video that says I'm not doing this. Yes. Right. Yes. And we have 16 children at home. That's the one guy who's not running off. Right. Anyway,
there's the guy that works at the car wash I was at today who looks identical. I got a picture of him, identical to Tony Finau.
Oh,
nice. I thought, well, it's a ridiculous thought to think that Finau works at a car wash, but I'm like, well, he does have 16 kids.
It's
so he may need to.
Maybe the off season's a little too long for him. I don't know.
Yeah. I think we agree on Tom Kim fade.
Yeah. And again, if someone's asking it's just favorite fade. So if it was favorite to fade, I don't know about the kid at the top. And then I think Tom Kim, I'd be wary of. Yes. Cam Young, I would be wary of.
Really? Even you put Cam Young at 7,800 or more, and I'm out. You put Cam Young at 65, 68.
Okay, so just Cam Young or Nick Dunlap. Who do you want?
Both. We're going Justin Thomas, and we're going Scheffler first.
Why don't we go Scheffler and Cantlay, and then take Dunlap and Keegan?
I hate playing Cantlay. I just hate playing Cantlay.
Okay, well then take I would take Burns over Thomas.
Okay. Really?
Yep.
Wiley. Spencer Smith, by the way, is high right now.
Always.
What?
It's a day that ends in Y, isn't it?
Yeah. I was caddying that day. It went right over my head on the hole 1. He just played the back 9. Okay. Is that a pro Jason Day tweet, or he went low at his home course, but he hit one over your head? But I guess you may have been in the fairway. So
yeah,
no one will play Jason Day either.
I got somebody for you. No one's going to play.
Steph Straka. Who?
No, my boy Bobby Mack.
Yeah, that's true.
You see what he's been up to this fall?
No. Drugs?
Well, he could probably use some. But since the Tour Championship, he's gone 5th, 12th, 25th, 19th, and he just finished 7th at the DP World Tour Championship.
He's going to be 4th highest owned in this field.
Bobby Mack?
Yes, he will be.
Come on.
People love this dude, man. They love him. The hefty lefty. They love him.
I mean, he does, like, he bombs it, and he's got a great short game, and he putts it well. People 3-putt here a lot. Not quite sure why that is, but they do. So,
Spencer, we know.
I said, did the day end in Y?
Dunlap feels like he's going to get steamed up. No, right now he's projected second lowest ownership on the slate. I don't know if I agree with that. Pavone, I would say yes, is lowest.
For sure.
Dunlap, Wyndham Clark, low owned. Tom Kim, rightfully so. I think Dunlap will move up a bit, but I don't think he'll get super highly owned. I think a lot of lineups start Scheffler Thomas or Scheffler M Thomas. That's what I think happens.
Yeah, that's why I like going Scheffler Cantlay or Scheffler Burns.
Yeah, Cantlay.
Because almost every lineup is going to be Scheffler, Thomas, Cam Young. That's what it's going to be.
Okay, I would say that Scheffler. I would say Scheffler Thomas lineups will probably be 2/3 of every lineup.
Yeah.
Scheffler's 50% owned.
Yep.
Thomas is 33% owned. I'd say 66% of lineups will have both of them in it.
And the time to take Thomas is when he backdoors his top 5 on Sunday, as he's done like every year here, right? The guy's stroke average on Sunday is 67.8 over the last 4 years.
Yeah. What are they going to finish 1-2? Probably not. So let's split them up and just take out 2/3 of the field right away. For your guy, Patrick Cantlay, and now my guy.
Yeah, I mean, either him or Burns. If you don't, I mean, one of those two, or split up what you're doing with both of them.
Right.
Burns is first in the field in birdie or better percentage. Burns is first in the field in Bermuda putting. Burns is the only guy whose ceiling can get up there with Scotty and a score. Scotty won at 20 under last year, and he had 6 bogeys.
Yep.
Like, this is what we're going against. If you don't have a guy, like, we're having some fun talking about some of these guys, but if you don't have a guy whose ceiling is nuclear, right, it's just not going to happen.
I love Sam Burns. Give me Sam Burns like 3 eagles in 2 days. That's the Sam Burns I want.
Oh my God. The only guy who would have more eagles, but he's not in the field, is Rico Hoey.
Xander Schauffele. And Rico Hoey, yes.
Yeah, Xander. Yeah.
Okay.
You know who makes a lot of other eagles is Ben Griffin. He makes a lot of eagles too.
Eagles PGA Tour stats. Total Eagles. Ben Griffin, number 1. God, you're sharp. Did you have the screen up?
No, I have a different screen up.
You know number 2 is?
Oh, it's probably Xander or Rico Hoey or
Rico Hoey.
Yeah.
Aubert 3rd, Sam Burns 4th. Well, Sam Burns tied for 3rd. There you go.
Sam Burns makes a lot of low scores.
Yes, he does. You know who doesn't? Sunjai M.
So
Eagles.
Sam Burns is first in the field on par 3 scoring from 175 to 200. That's 3 of the par 3s. And then he's first in the field in par 4 scoring from 450 to 500.
Yep.
Like, that's your wheelhouse for this thing. For places where you're going to differentiate. Everyone's going to score on the drivable par 4. Great. Like, just chalk it up. There it is. Unless you're Morikawa in the last round against Victor 3 years ago. But, like, everybody else is going to score on those 7 holes. The 5 par 5s and the 2, like, one of them is like 360, but, like, the 2 short par 4s. Those 7 holes are given, right? Mm-hmm. You got to be 4.5 under a day on those, period, right? And then after that, where are you going to score? Well, on the par 3s, of which there's 5 of, got to make a couple birdies there. Scotty did that last year. And then you got to take advantage of some of those. There's 4 par 4s over 470. You got to birdie one of them.
Yep.
And Sam's set up to do that. We just need to stay away from a couple mishaps. He's probably staying with Scotty. They usually do that when their families aren't there. So he's looking him in the eye every night and saying, I need to go get this guy.
How many strokes would you need from Scotty Scheffler in 4 days? No, just in one round. One round at
one round. So this came up in the Tour Championship with the media center and all the press conferences.
Yep.
And we started looking up because I have access to the USGA like handicap database, so I could just search people, right?
Flex.
And like guys like Wyndham Clark at Whisper Rock is like a +8, right?
Flex.
And like they asked Scotty, they said, what would be your handicap? And he's like, I don't know how to answer that question. Well, of course you wouldn't, because like he goes, it depends who I'm playing against, right? Like we negotiate on the first tee and then we go play. But it basically turns out that, you know, he's giving people like 5 a side, like normal people.
That's not enough.
Like that are like a sub-5 handicap. He's giving them like 10 shots to play him even, and he's still winning. So
sub-5 or sub+5?
People that are like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 handicap.
Oh my God.
Okay. He's giving them 10 shots. So like you're like, I'm a 3 handicap. He's going to give me 10 shots over 18 holes and he's still going to win.
Yes.
Crazy.
The answer was 7. Aside. I gave the answer. I just wanted to answer. I just wanted a number.
Okay.
It was 7 aside. All right. The
7 aside.
14 shots.
Am I playing lefty?
No. You're playing Scotty. The moment will get to you. You're gonna hit a couple OB.
I don't do that.
What do you mean you don't do that?
I hit the ball very straight. That's like
in front of a crowd with Scotty Scheffler on camera?
Yeah, that's not going to make a difference. That's going to make a difference. I'm still going to hit the bad shots that I usually hit. I might scull a chip here or there. I might 3-putt. I'll do stupid things because I'm stupid. But like, you know, like I'm going to hit the ball on the center of the face, you know, when I'm hitting a full swing shot. You know, I don't hit it nearly as far as he does. So we'd have to compensate with some sort of length or give more shots. You might be right with 14. I don't know. Like if we play the same tees, I might need 14.
That's what I'm saying. It's from the tips.
Yeah. It'd be tough.
Okay. I think we're ready for Snake Draft. 3:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead.
Back in the day when we used to play tee, right? The staff members at Isleworth. Tiger. Okay. All right. When we used to play him.
Flex. You've had like 7 flexes in the last 20 minutes. Go ahead.
All right. Well then.
Keep going. I want to hear it. It's a good story. I've heard the story.
So back in the day when we used to play him, we would never play him straight up. You just couldn't. There was just no way. There was no way to handicap it because it's probably the same way it is with Scotty right now, but we would get multiple staff members, all of whom were scratch golfers or better, all trying to get their card in some fashion, right? And 3 or 4 of us would go take him on, and we had to birdie every hole, basically, between, let's say, the 4 of us or the 5 of us or the 3 of us, because he would basically birdie every hole. And we would play him head-to-head. So I need multiple people. It wasn't even strokes. We wouldn't even use strokes. We would need multiple people.
You best ball out of your group.
Yeah.
You still can beat him.
Very, very rarely.
And this was peak. This is what, 2001?
This is like 2000, 2001, 2002. I mean, you're going to hear a lot about 2000 right now because we were coming up on the 25th anniversary of like Pebble Beach and that summer where he met, where he won 9 times on just the PGA Tour. He won like 9.1 million. He won 3 majors. He won the career Grand Slam at 24 years old.
Right.
It's crazy.
That's a good story.
Yeah, we used to we'd get like 5 guys. We would try to organize 5, 6 guys against them, and we would just be happy if we got to like the 16th or 17th hole in the match. People don't understand how good he is. Like, and they just don't. They just don't. Back in those days, people used to ask me all the time. They would say, "Keith, how good is Tiger Woods at golf?" I said, "Tiger Woods is better at golf than I am at breathing."
That's such a good line.
And breathing's important to me.
It's probably true.
I don't even know how to put it into words at times. I saw him do things with a golf ball I still don't understand. So
and I bet there was no letting down either. He was very comfortable smashing your head in.
Oh God. We were all hyper competitive. He was just better. you know. But the drive there was there. I mean, if we played pickup hoops or horse or had a putting contest or chipping contest or whatever, it wasn't just how can I beat you? It's by how many can I beat you by? You know, like everything needed to be a record. You know, and you know, more people nowadays should have that Scotty, Kobe, Jordan, Tiger style. You know, there's no way that Scotty's not showing up this week thinking he wants to win by 5.
Literally on my list, it says Mamba mentality. And I said, Keith has Mamba mentality.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know about that.
A lot of people don't.
I mean, you know, famous. I love the Kobe presser. He's like, you're up by 2 games. He's like, job's not finished. Like,
job not done. I watched that video 2 days ago. Job not done. Is job finished? Job not finished.
Yeah, that's it. As far as I'm concerned, right? Hey, I think it's great. We just won last week on the LPGA Tour, 11 outright winners this year. But guess what? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
The whiteboard's empty.
That's right.
I mean,
start your complaining.
As crazy as it sounds.
What?
4 weeks from today,
yeah,
we will be covering the Century.
Yes.
On December 30th, not even waiting till January. On December 30th, we're going to be covering.
Is that the Monday?
That's the Monday. The Monday is December 30th. That means the Tuesday is New Year's Eve. That means the Wednesday is Rose Bowl.
New Year's Eve day.
Right? The Rose Bowl or whatever, an Orange Bowl at night or Fiesta Bowl, whatever, you know, Pop-Tarts Bowl. And then we're rolling right into Century. Trade wins at 9 o'clock golf.
There's nothing better than Hawaii golf in January. It's so good. Then yes, because we'll be completely done with the NFL at that point. We're getting there.
I mean, honestly, just put on my bingo card things like Rolfing and trade wins and
yes,
you know, whale sightings.
Yes, and the tough walk at Wailea.
Oh yeah,
or Kapalua. So.
Yeah. We'll go get a couple of Mai Tais, right? The famous Cantley quote. You know,
that's where he said, "Pampered fucks." Right?
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. He's on the. He's on.
What tee was he on?
He was on the 18th tee.
Yeah.
Turns to his caddy, and he's like, man, I can't wait to get this hole over, get done with these pampered fucks, and go get a couple of Mai Tais.
Downhill par 4, right?
17's the downhill par 4. 18's the downhill like 700-yard par 5.
That's right.
Where everyone hits like 400-yard drives.
But to whom was he referring that was on the 18th fairway?
Oh.
That's the question.
Off the top of my head, we'll have to do some research. We'll have that in time for Century. Yeah. Amongst other things.
Do they have snakes in Hawaii?
Then you shouldn't be afraid to ride the snake.
Ride the snake.
We're going to ride the snake, you and me, together. Very simple. It's 20. We should do 20 golfers.
We could.
No, we're not. I was trying to think if we should do. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do 5 golfers.
All right. We should do some sort of tiers or something, as I'm thinking about this.
Okay. 2 in your 5.
Yep.
2 expensive, meaning $9K and up.
Okay.
And then 3 not expensive, and at least 2 in the 6s.
All right.
Got it.
All right. Okay.
I've just got to figure this out now because I'm messed up.
Yeah, so did I. I had one extra guy above the Mendoza line, but I'm good.
I know I had too many. Okay, you can do 3 above there because I don't think I can.
No. I got it. Spread it out. I mean, no one's going to do that on their lineup card, but, you know, it makes for good content.
Okay. Let's go. You go first.
You're not going to flip the coin?
Okay, I flipped the coin.
Tails never fails.
You won. Go ahead. You go first.
What? I won.
Yep. It's rigged.
That's a moment right there because I've never won before. All right, number one, I'm going to take Scotty Scheffler.
Okay, no duplications, no mocking picks. That's the rule of snake draft. Mamba mentality, that's another rule. You have to have the Mamba mentality. Yeah, no raising eyebrows either, like this. Scheffler being my number one. I'm gonna fight my instinct to go Thomas or Burns, and I'm gonna say Aubert.
Wow.
Yep. Those are my two high priced.
Thomas and Aubert are your two high priced?
No, Scheffler and Aubert.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
2 and 3. I'm going to go Cantlay and Sungjae.
Cantlay, Sungjae. I'm going Rye, easy 6K play. I'm going to go Dunlap, easy 6K play. And good ownership.
I'm going to go Bobby Mack for 4.
Yep.
And I'm going to go Dunlop for 5.
My last one will be Straka. I think those 3 are safe plays in the 6s. If you don't want to play Cam Young, he's going to be popular. So I went Scheffler, Aubert, Rye, Dunlap, Straka. You went Scheffler, Cantlay, Sungjae, Bobby Mack, and Dunlap. No dupes. None.
Yep.
No crossovers.
Got it done.
10 unique golfers.
They're all unique. I mean,
so we've got nothing next week for PGA?
Well, we have the Grant Thornton. So we have the men's women's team event. 54 holes. You can bet it.
Who do you like better, Grant or Thornton? One of them.
I'm gonna have to go Grant because it reminds me of a president, and Thornton reminds me of Joe Thornton, which was a longtime Bruin, and I hate the Bruins. So there you go.
Yeah, Thornton's a slacker.
Yeah.
He's into things that he shouldn't be at the office. I'm just going to say that. And Grant holds the office down.
Well, Grant is someone I've seen before come up with the cut prediction on a Friday near the water cooler, and he's somebody that I trust, and I don't trust Thornton.
Any Akshay love, why not? For sure. 20-man field, of course. Why not? I actually like that play a lot. Low owned. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it got to be able to score, man. Got to be able to score.
DP World Tour winner. Do you have a name?
Corey Connors, favorite.
Really? You're going to do it?
Oh, no, I'm not. I just knew
Canadian's not winning that.
I just knew that. I mean, in a world of Canadian things, I think that Mac Hughes at RSM did the most Canadian thing ever. He led the field in strokes gained total, and he came in 5th. He did. We were all over Mac Hughes, right?
Yeah.
The guy survived the windstorm on Friday.
Yeah.
He had more strokes gained than anyone in the field, including the winner, and he came in 5th.
Now he's over the DP World Tour. Also, a great par 5 score.
Yeah.
You got Will Zalatoris over there too. Max Homa, can he resurrect something? Can he get it back on track?
Max and Will would be 2 guys, and Cam Young would be 3 guys that would be supremely focused and motivated to get on that 2025 Ryder Cup team that would do anything. They would be now. Maybe Will with the injury, maybe Max with the head games or whatever. Like maybe they don't get there, but those are 3 guys after the year they just had have a lot to prove this year and would love to be on that Ryder Cup team. So it'll be interesting.
It won't matter because Højgaard's winning. Nikolai.
Ooh, down there, the Ned Bank, huh?
Yep.
How much do you think they pay Max to go down there?
Is it South Africa?
Yeah.
South Africa.
South Africa.
It'd have to be a decent chunk. I mean,
it's got to be $1 million up front, right? To go, a guy like Max.
Yeah.
Guy like Zalatoris, it's got to be $1 million up front.
Thriston Lawrence is priced more than Max Homa on DraftKings. Welcome to America in 2025.
Yeah.
That's it.
Are we doing the Grant Thornton next week?
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Let's look at the field. I've got a long-standing beef with Thornton, not Grant. I'm just telling you right now. What does Grant Thornton do? You have 5 seconds.
They're a consulting firm.
For what?
Financial securities.